Yugoslavian pop culture wasn't just about entertainment, it was a mirror of society and a subtle critique of its complexities. From music to cinema and beyond, pop culture celebrated unity and progress, reflecting the values of multi-ethnic state while revealing the challenges of keeping it united. Architecture played a vital role, serving as a canvas for this cultural expression and embodying societal themes.
During the Cold War, Yugoslavia carved out a unique identity as a non-aligned power. Pop culture was a key part of this, showcasing ideals of diversity and progress. The nationwide annual celebration of Youth Day honors the birthday with grand parades, concerts, and artistic performances. These events symbolize collective pride and unity. Satirical television show Tablista Nadrealista cleverly critiqued societal norms and political structures, sparking conversation that pushed boundaries.
Lekcija 3. Lopta je okrugla.
In the post-Yugoslav era, Emir Kusturica's film Black Cat, White Cat humorously explored the chaotic cultural dynamics of the Balkans, reflecting the region's historical contradictions through a vibrant and absurd narrative.
Architecture, however, provided the physical space for these cultural expressions. These buildings weren't just structures, they were symbols of identity and resilience. In 1957, the Dom Sindikata was constructed in Belgrade, bringing a new kind of versatility to Yugoslav cultural venues. As a multifunctional space, it hosted political gatherings, concerts, and cultural festivals. Its most renowned event, the Belgrade Jazz Festival, brought musicians from around the world together, fostering international cultural exchange and highlighting Yugoslavia's openness to diverse influences. The multifunctional design set a precedent for future cultural centers across the region. This concept of adaptability proved crucial as Yugoslavia sought to balance modernism with the diverse cultural identities of its people. Only a few years later, the need for adaptability came into sharp focus. After a devastating earthquake in 1963, Skopje rose from its ruins with a vision for renewal, embodied by the Macedonian Opera and Ballet Theatre. Designed by Kenzo Tange and completed in 1965, this building was not only a symbol of national pride, but also of Yugoslavia's capacity to rebuild and innovate. Performances like Ilinden, celebrating Macedonian independence, and Macedonian Bloody Wedding, exploring local customs, premiered in this venue. The Dom Revolution in Montenegro told a more complex story. Designed by Marko Mušić and begun in 1978, it was never intended for cultural production, but was initially conceived as a monumental ode to socialism. Only later did it become a stage for countercultural performances that challenged the conventional and mainstream beliefs. In the 1990s, productions like The Red Dawn turned the space into a critique of societal fragmentation, showcasing how even unfinished architecture could be repurposed as a platform for public dialogue. Furthering this narrative of adaptability and cultural dialogue, the Vatroslav Lisinski Concert Hall in Zagreb opened in 1973 and became a bridge between the local and the global.
Dobra večer I dobro nam došli u Zagreb.
Bonsoir à tous et bienvenue à Zagreb.
Good evening and welcome to Zagreb.
Named after a celebrated Croatian composer, this venue blended sophistication with accessibility, hosting classical music, pop concerts, movie premieres, and cultural events that showcased Yugoslav talent while embracing international artistry.
Naša imovina je zaplijenjena. Sad su se pojavili plakati u kojima se apelava na hrvatsko rodoljublje da da obol za nezaposlene radnike. Otkle sad odjedanput takva briga za radništvo?
Cankarjev Dom became the epicenter of cultural production in Slovenia. Built in 1982 and designed by Edvard Ravnikar, it hosted events like the Ljubljana Biennale of Graphic Arts, and even today hosts concerts of some of the most prolific national musicians such as Vlado Kreslin. These buildings are a small selection of those constructed during the Yugoslav era, illustrating how architecture was integral to cultural production. Even today, they remind us of the enduring importance of architecture in shaping and reflecting cultural identity. Beyond hosting events, architecture in Yugoslavia told stories through its design, reflecting societal struggles, symbolism, and aspirations.
It might have been practical, but it feels like I've walked into an apocalyptic movie.
Rane, released in 1998, directed by Srđan Dragojević, is a gritty and raw portrayal of post-war Belgrade. During the 1990s, it explored the devastating impact of war and crime on Belgrade's youth, using the stark geometries of brutalist housing blocks to underscore themes of isolation and despair. However, a more positive example of Yugoslavian heritage is portrayed in the 1989 music video for Ekaterina Velika's song Kao da je bilo nekad. Set against the stunning and nostalgic Adriatic coast, the video paid homage to the Balkan coastline's cultural richness and timeless beauty. Formed in Belgrade in 1982, Ekaterina Velika, or EKV, was a seminal rock band that defined the Yugoslav New Wave movement. Their poetic lyrics and introspective themes captured the disillusionment and hopes of the youth during a turbulent era. Founded in 1980 in Trbovlje, Slovenia, Laibach is an avant-garde music group known for their provocative performances and commentary on authoritarianism and power. Laibach's 1987 music video for Geburt einer Nation took full advantage of Cankarjev Dom's imposing corridors. The architecture of the venue amplified themes of dominance and control, turning the building into a powerful ideological statement. Bringing the narrative to the monumental, the Petrova Gora monument, designed by Vojin Bakic and completed in 1981, was initially built to honor the partisan fighters of World War II. It stood as a testament to Yugoslav unity and resilience, embodying the ideals of brotherhood and solidarity. Decades later, it found a new role in popular culture as a post-apocalyptic military base in Netflix Tribes of Europa, showcasing its enduring symbolism of ambition and decay.
The enduring connection between architecture and pop culture in Yugoslavia reveals the profound impact of cultural spaces on society. Buildings like the Dom Sindikata and the Cankarjev Dom were not only stages for artistic expression, but also symbol of resilience, adaptability, and unity. They remind us that architecture is more than functional and more than just a stage for production. It is a vessel for ideas, a storyteller for shared experience, and a platform for dialogue. As these structures continue to inspire and provoke, they underscore the timeless role for architecture in shaping cultural identity. By linking the past to the present, they remind powerful makers of Yugoslavia's complex and creative legacy, bridging history and contemporary narratives in ways that resonate far beyond their original purpose.